Good morning, everybody. Tom back again. I'm here with Gymnocladus dioecious. This is the Kentucky coffee tree, the Kentucky coffee bean tree, Kentucky mahogany, a couple other common names. And it's native more to the Midwest and the northern part of the southern states, creeps into um, southern New York and some places. It's hardy, but it got zapped by the recent frost that we had. We had a late frost. So what's the significance of frost? Some plants don't even blink, right? Of course, and others do. Now this tree will be fine, but you can see that this is completely wilted. And what happens when you get a frost, and it was not a hard frost, it's maybe 31 to 32 degrees, and that did it. So this foliage is all desiccated here. Remember that freezing expands, especially when there's water and there's moisture. So, of course, there's moisture in plant tissue. And when that freezes, it expands and it can explode the cell walls, and therefore they get desiccated quickly. So that's what happens here. You can see already we've got some rebounding new leaves unfurling here. So this particular tree will be fine. But with some plants, and this is what hardiness is all about, is about tolerance to frost. But beyond that, and this tree is tolerant of below zero temperatures. The point is, when do below 32 temperatures occur? And this was very late in May, well into the growing season, but the foliage was still very succulent and still emerging. So a lot of moisture content, and didn't have that tough outer cuticle layer that a mature leaf forms, which makes it resistant to frost, desiccation from wind, hail, insect damage, penetration from fungal hyphae, right, fungi, diseases, and things like that. So mature leaves of trees are very tough for a reason, but they are at their most sensitive early in the growing season. So that's what happened to this particular Kentucky coffee tree. Best thing that you can do if you're around is, well, cover it would be great if you have a small enough plant that you can cover to protect from a frost early in the spring. You can also water them. You can wet these leaves. Seems a little counterintuitive, but what that'll do is, if it's literally covered with water, it'll form a protective ice shield on some plants. We used to do that with our apple orchard. I know it seems crazy. Some people will turn on the irrigation. And if there's frosts down into, for example, the orange groves and stuff, they'll do that. Otherwise, just keep this tree really healthy. Don't let it get stressed from drought. Mulch it, irrigate as needed. And we're in another dry spell right here. So this late frost occurred in the middle of a very dry spell at a very key time when plant tissues are emerging, leaves are unfurling, roots are establishing, etc. Germination of annuals and perennial seeds that we put in the ground. All of this stuff is happening in the absence of enough rain. So hope we're going to get some tonight. It's getting into late May and we need it. The ground is dusty. That's a whole nother conversation. Take care of your plants. Be well.